the ruthless world of corporate greed, some brands will stop at nothing to make a profit. They'll cross the lines of morality and integrity, risking everything to get attention and rake in more cash. When it comes to controversy, there are few brands that can match the sheer audacity of the one we'll be discussing today. This brand has gone beyond pushing the boundaries of taste and decency and has plunged headfirst into infamy. So much so that it's been banned, not just in one, but in multiple countries. Welcome to Focus 5. Today, we're going to explore some of the biggest controversies involving Johnson & Johnson, a multinational healthcare giant who owns and markets hundreds, if not thousands, of products worldwide, making it one of the largest and most influential healthcare companies globally. One of the most serious controversies surrounding Johnson & Johnson is their alleged role in the opioid crisis that plagued the United States for decades. Johnson & Johnson, one of the biggest importers of opium in the United States, manufactured and supplied 2/3 of all opioids used in legally prescribed drugs. But for them, this wasn't enough. In 1994, they created an opium mutant from poppies that produced an insane amount of opioids. The company used this mutant to keep up with the demands of their supposedly trusted products, all while hiding sinister truths behind their misleading marketing. For years, they deceived doctors, patients, and the public about the addictiveness of their drugs like the fentanyl patches, which linked to widespread addiction and countless deaths, and they shamelessly marketed it without warnings to keep the profits rolling in. In another discovery, it was revealed that the number of babies born with neonatal abstinence syndrome had skyrocketed after 2000. Innocent children were subjected to horrendous withdrawal symptoms due to their mother's exposure to opioids and Johnson & Johnson products during pregnancy. The news left everyone stunned. It was hard to believe that such a reputable company could produce products that could cause harm to the public, especially to innocent newborns. The incident led to a wide-scale investigation, which ultimately resulted in a legal battle between Johnson & Johnson and the government. In August 2019, an Oklahoma judge handed down a historic ruling finding Johnson & Johnson guilty of contributing to the opioid epidemic in the state. The decision came with a staggering $572 million in damages to be paid, and was based on two crucial factors: deceptive marketing practices and J&J's significant role in the opioid supply chain. Despite the verdict, Johnson & Johnson appealed the decision, denying any wrongdoing and maintaining that their marketing practices were appropriate and that their products had a low risk of abuse. However, in June 2021, J&J settled the case for $230 million without admitting liability. Another major controversy Johnson & Johnson has faced involves their iconic baby powder. Johnson & Johnson's baby powder and shower-to-shower power products caused a major controversy, with evidence linking talcum powder to ovarian cancer and asbestos contamination. The company faced over 38,000 lawsuits. However, many cases remained unresolved. In 2013, a jury in South Dakota found J&J guilty of not warning women about the potential risks associated with using the products for feminine hygiene, resulting in a $72 million verdict against the company. Following this, thousands of lawsuits were filed against J&J across the U.S., with another jury in Missouri awarding $55 million to a woman who claimed to have developed ovarian cancer due to the products. In 2018, a Missouri jury awarded $4.7 billion in damages to 22 women who made similar claims. Additionally, a Reuters investigation found that J&J had known for decades that its talc-based products contained small amounts of asbestos. In June 2020, the company announced they would no longer sell talc-based powders in the US and Canada, switching to cornstarch-based products instead. While Johnson & Johnson maintains that their talc products are safe, the company announced almost 2 years later, on April 12, 2022, that it will pay $8.9 billion to settle the lawsuits. The payout would be one of the largest product liability settlements in U.S. history. Our third controversy revolves around the Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccine. In April 2021, the J&J vaccine was put on hold in the U.S. after 6 cases of a rare blood clotting disorder emerged. The pause lasted only 10 days, but the damage was done. The American public was left questioning the vaccine's safety, worried about the potential risks it posed. Johnson & Johnson stood by their vaccine through controversy and criticism, declaring that its benefits outweighed the risks. The knock was severe, and in October of 2021, the CDC advisory panel unanimously recommended the COVID-19 vaccines from Pfizer and Moderna over Johnson & Johnson's. However, the safety of these alternative vaccines remains to be seen. Despite an outcry from J&J, the impact was minimal. The vaccine only generated $500 million, a mere pittance compared to the company's third-quarter earnings of $23 billion. Yes, that's a billion with a B. A fourth controversy surrounding Johnson & Johnson involves their subsidiary, DePuy Orthopedics. In 2010, the medical world was rocked by DePuy's voluntary recall of their ASR hip implant systems. Reports surfaced of high failure rates and terrifying complications, including metallosis, a condition caused by metal debris released from the implant. Many were left in pain as this led to thousands of lawsuits from affected patients, the most famous of which was the harrowing case of Lauren Kransky, a retired prison guard from Montana. His experience was the first to go to trial out of thousands of lawsuits filed against DePuy over their ASR metal-on-metal hip implant systems. In 2012, Kransky took legal action against DePuy Orthopedics, alleging that the company knowingly marketed a faulty product and didn't warn patients and doctors about its risks. A jury found the company liable the following year and awarded Kransky $8.3 million in damages. This ruling set a precedent for thousands of lawsuits filed against DePuy, causing them to pay out billions in settlements. Though J&J never admitted guilt, this debacle shed light on the need for stricter regulations and post-market surveillance of medical devices. Our final controversy involves Risperdal, an antipsychotic drug produced by Janssen Pharmaceuticals, another subsidiary of Johnson & Johnson. Risperdal has faced multiple lawsuits and settlements due to its alleged illegal marketing practices and side effects. The drug was promoted for off-label uses, or purposes not approved by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, including treatment for dementia, ADHD in children, and behavioral issues. Johnson & Johnson, one of the most trusted brands, has become a troubling story of deception and negligence. The controversies and scandals surrounding the company have left countless individuals and families harmed, leaving people stunned and concerned for their safety. The question remains, can we truly trust the safety of the products we use every day? Or are we putting ourselves at risk without even realizing it? As you ponder this question, be sure to show your support by liking this video and subscribing to our channel if you found it thought-provoking. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.